You know, that persistent hip pain, it can really feel like a life sentence, can it? But what if I told you the solution is a super simple two-part fix you can do right at home? So let's dive in and figure out how to release that pain for good. So, have you ever had that aching hip pain that you just tried to stretch out? Yeah, you know the one, that nagging ache right on the side of your hip. And your first instinct is almost always to try and stretch the life out of it, right? Just hoping for some kind of relief. And I'm also gonna bet it didn't really work, did it? Well, if that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. Because, let's be real, that pain can stick around for years if you don't get to the actual root cause. Okay, so to get that lasting relief, the kind that actually sticks, we've got to figure out where that pain is really coming from. And here's a little spoiler alert for you. It's probably not what you think. It's likely not your hip joint at all. The real culprit, more often than not, is something we call muscle knots. Basically, these are just tiny, super painful, tender little points that form in your outer gluteal muscles. Yep, that's right, your butt muscles. Now, this is where things get a little tricky, and it's all because of something called referred pain. You see, these knots in your glutes, they're sneaky. They don't always hurt right where they're located. Instead, they can actually send pain signals out to your hip, your pelvis, or even all the way to your lower back. And this is the exact reason why just stretching your hip doesn't work. You're basically chasing the symptom, not the source of the problem. So, the big question is, how do we tackle these knots? Well, part one is all about getting that instant relief. We're gonna release them. This floods the muscle with fresh blood, and honestly, it can bring a huge sense of relief almost immediately. And guess what? All you need is a simple tennis ball. So here's what you do. Lie on your back, on a hard surface, not your bed, with your legs bent. Then you're gonna place that tennis ball right on that outer glute area. From there, just gently roll your hips and shoulders toward that side, so you're putting some of your body weight onto the ball. Oh, you'll know it when you find the right spot. For sure. It's this intense, aching kind of pain. But as the source material puts it so perfectly, it hurts good. You know that feeling, right? It's that sensation of hitting a spot that just desperately needs some attention. Okay, this is super important. Once you've found one of those sore knots, don't roll around on it. Just hold that position, stay still. Lean your weight into the ball and just try to relax for about a minute. What you should feel is that intense ache just slowly starting to melt away. All right, let's go over a few key tips to make sure you're doing this right. First off, you gotta hunt around a bit. Move that ball around to search for those tender points. And remember, when you find one, stay still on it. The goal here is sustained pressure, not rolling back and forth. If the pain is just way too intense, that's okay. Just ease off some of your body weight. And a big one, please be careful not to press directly on your actual hip bone. We're targeting muscle here. The great news, you can do this every single day. So when you get up, you should feel a whole lot better, pretty much right away. But, and this is a really big but, we are only halfway there. See, releasing the knot is amazing for immediate relief, but it's really just a temporary fix. If we stop right here, guess what? Those knots are just gonna reform. So, how do we stop this cycle? How do we stop the pain from coming back for good? Well, we have to address the root cause. And that brings us to part two, the lasting fix. And here it is, the big secret. The reason those knots keep forming in the first place is weakness. It's just that simple. Those outer gluteal muscles are weak. So the permanent solution isn't just releasing them, it's making them stronger. Okay, so the best way to strengthen these specific muscles is with what's called a closed chain exercise. Now, that's just a fancy way of saying your foot stays put on the ground. Here's how it works. You're gonna stand on the leg that has the sore hip. Now really focus on squeezing those outer glute muscles, the ones we were just working on with the ball. Use those muscles to slowly tilt your opposite hip up toward the ceiling. Then, just as slowly, lower it back down. The key here is slow and controlled movement. You wanna make sure your outer hip muscles are doing all the work, not your back. Okay, now listen up, because this is probably the most important part of this whole exercise. You have to stop as soon as you feel even a slight burn in that muscle. Seriously, if you push through that burn and try to be a hero, you're just gonna strain the muscle, make it tight all over again, and completely undo all the good work you just did with the tennis ball. Don't do it. And this is a perfect illustration of the fact that everyone's starting point is going to be different. You know, depending on how weak those muscles are, you might feel that burn after just 2 slow reps. Someone else might get to 10. The number itself doesn't matter at all. What matters is that you're listening to your body.
Okay, so we've got our 2 key components, the release and the strengthening. Let's put it all together now into a super clear, easy to follow action plan.
So let's recap this 2-part fix. Think of it like you have 2 powerful tools in your toolbox. On one hand, you've got the tennis ball release. That's for instant relief. Its job is to release those nasty knots. On the other hand, you have the pelvic tilt exercise. That's for long-term prevention. Its job is to strengthen the muscle so the knots don't come back. It's really the perfect 1-2 punch to knock out that hip pain for good.
And here's what your weekly routine is going to look like. So for the first few weeks, I want you to use the tennis ball release right before you do the strengthening exercise, and do that daily. It's the best way to get results. Now, once you're feeling pain-free, that doesn't mean you stop. Keep up with the strengthening part 2 to 3 times a week. That's your maintenance plan to make sure it doesn't come back. And your long-term goal? You want to be able to do 20 of those pelvic tilts nice and slow without feeling that burn at all. That's when you know you've really built up some solid strength.
So there you have it. By combining the release with the strengthening, you're tackling both the symptom and the root cause. It's a fantastic approach. But for some of you, there might just be one more piece to this puzzle. So let me leave you with this final thought. What if those glute muscles are weak because they're constantly fighting against a stiff, restricted pelvic joint? I mean, think about it. It's possible they just don't have enough strength to move a joint that's kind of locked up. And that could be the even deeper reason they're struggling and forming knots in the first place. Definitely something to consider as you continue on your path to becoming totally pain-free.